Hey everybody, I'm the Gulf Coast Granny, and today we're going to be in the garden. I am sitting on what used to be the determinate tomato bed. And last night, about an hour and a half or so before dark, I got out here and I planted my Georgia Jet sweet potatoes. Now I ordered my sweet potato slips from Georgia's Plant Farm at www.tatorman.com, Tatorman. I ordered them on Saturday, and his last day to ship was on Monday. And let me tell you something, I was sweating bullets because I didn't know if I had gotten my order in on time. But when they came in, they looked like this. They looked a little peaked because there's yellow and brown spots on them. But in the instructions that he sent with the potatoes on how to plant them and how to prepare your bed for them and all that stuff, gives you detailed information on how to plant them. He said that they might look like this, and just to go ahead and plant them anyway, and they would recover. So I'm going to trust him on that. And in fact, some of these have greened up already, and it's only been a few hours. It does say that you have to plant these right before the sun goes down. Apparently, if you plant them in midday, they get a little heat stressed, and letting them sit overnight and get comfy in their new holes helps them out. That's what they say. At least that's what the insert said that I got with the potato slips. So this evening, I'm going to plant the rest of these over in the bed where the sunflowers used to be. So there's been a lot of changes in the garden in the last week or so. I pulled most everything out. So let me show you what's been going on. I'm going to start backwards this time and show y'all the back bed back here. Ooh, I just ran into a spider web. Anyhow, over here, the four plants on the end, there's two on this side and two on that side. Those are mammoth sunflowers. The little short ones in the back are Mexican sunflowers. And then I transplanted a zinnia right there, and I'm going to plant some more in there soon. This bed is where I'm going to plant the purple passion sweet potatoes, and that's where all the sunflowers were, and the red Chinese noodle beans. Believe it or not, I've got a few cucumber plants over there rambling around the ground, and I've gotten lots of cucumbers off of it. So this bed here, I pulled all of the beans out. I pulled 2 of the squash plants out. Those are my sweet dumpling squash. And then I got to pull that patty pan squash out too because it's just quit on me. But that's not a big deal. I'm going to fill it up with okra plants. Now, this is the bed where my zipper peas are going to go. That's my black crim. I pulled all of the tomatoes that had grown big enough to harvest off of it. So I will be pulling that out today. The tomatoes are pretty much done. That's my black cherry. It's coming out today. I'm going to let these ripen up a little bit more before I pull it out. And then this bed has a few okra plants, but it also has 5 pepper plants. I'm leaving it like it is till the fall because those peppers will go crazy this fall. I moved all of my trees over against that fence so they'd be out of the way. I'm really sad to be getting rid of this husky cherry because I've eaten off of it for the past 6 weeks. Also, this is the orange ox heart paste tomato. I'm just waiting on this big thing here. Look how big that thing is. It is enormous. Waiting for it to turn orange, and then I'm going to take that off the vine and dispose of this plant. I don't know if you can tell or not, but this damage here is leaf miner damage. It's also getting a little bit of blight on the leaves here and over here. And all of them are looking that way. See, looky here. See that? They're all starting to yellow and get ugly. So it's time to pull them out and move on to the next ones. My blueberry bushes over here are starting to get some dark blueberries on them, which is nice. There's not very many of them, but it'll be a nice little treat. And next year there will be more, because I'm going to buy more blueberry bushes. So, what I have learned from this first garden in this new location with new soil and all of that is that, number one, I need to improve my soil. Number two, I need to figure out a way to get a little more light in this backyard, and that's going to have to come with getting permission from my landlord to trim some trees and just take them completely down. I don't think I'll have a problem with that, but we'll see. I noticed that a lot of the things I planted took longer to mature than they should have because of the lack of light. I've got a compost heap around the corner of the house, and I just put kitchen scraps in it. Now, do I have enough to supply this entire garden? No. I'll have to order some or have it trucked in or buy it in bags. But I do have a chicken coop full of chicken litter, and that will help tremendously. I've actually put some in the bed where I'm going to be planting the sweet potatoes today, and I've let it sit there for about a week so it won't burn the plants. So I'm really hopeful. I'm going to show you what we did with the tomato plants. Hey y'all, check this out. These are all of the determinate tomato plants that were in the raised bed. And because I still have tomatoes on there, look at that haven't ripened yet, Poppy rigged me up this bar to hang across there, and I tied all those plants up. I'm just going to wait for them to turn red. You know, I learned this trick from an elderly lady years ago. We were going to get an early freeze one year, and this lady told me to hang them up in my garage and let them ripen that way. Well, they did. Well, I don't have a garage in this house, and this is the closest thing I've got, so that's where they're hanging, and let's keep an eye on them and see if they ripen. It's going to be difficult because tomatoes don't like to ripen in this heat, and we have already had 90-degree days, and yeah, it's going to get worse. I cannot wait till October already. But isn't that a great idea to just hang them upside down and let them ripen on the vine? So that's what's going on in the garden this week. And until September, the only thing we're going to be growing is okra, sweet potatoes, and cowpeas. Because honestly, those are about the only things you can grow in Zone 9 in the summertime. Nothing else can handle the heat, and people can't really handle it. And that's the beautiful thing about growing those three things, is that they're almost maintenance free. You put your potatoes in the ground, you let them go. Same with okra. They don't need a lot of fertilizer. They don't need a lot of water. Zipper peas are the same way. That's a cowpea, so it just, you don't have to do a lot. So you don't have to be outside heating to death. You can get up early in the morning, come out, give it water if it needs it, do a little bit of side dressing if it needs extra fertilizer, and then just go in the house and let it grow. So I don't know what we're going to be doing for the channel other than cooking for the next few months, and I'll give them maybe a monthly update on the garden, or if I get something new in here, I'll show it to y'all, okay? Y'all have a great day, and I'll talk to you again real soon, all right?